Right. So you ready?
Oh yeah, let me pop this monster because it's 6 a.m. where I am. Hold on.
Welcome to the official, unofficial Sea of Thieves podcast, a podcast dedicated to Sea of Thieves and other rare games, but mainly Sea of Thieves. Today we will talk about our thoughts on Rare's in-game store, the Pirate Emporium. We will go over what's on sale, what we want in the future, and if we think Rare is being fair with their microtransactions or if they are behaving like a bunch of greedy pirates. And I'm so happy today because it's a free day over here in the Netherlands today, but also I have an amazing returning guest.
Hey everybody, it's UNIBALL again. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm glad I was invited back. I thought I would never get invited back to anything, but yeah, I appreciate the invite from Captain Blubber, and yeah, I'm glad to be here.
All right, you're only here because old Puckney couldn't come, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
You'll always be second choice.
Yeah,
I'm actually really glad you're back. Last podcast was really fun, so I'm quite happy you agreed to return.
awesome.
We're also broadcasting this podcast live on Mixer, so feel free to type any questions you would like to ask us. We will discuss those at the end. And if you're watching this on YouTube, which most people are, feel free to leave any questions in the comments. We will discuss those questions in the next podcast, and we do read them and we do discuss them. So feel free to ask anything about Sea of Thieves, about Rare, and even their other games. So normally we have this news segment, but since we're recording this podcast like close to my previous podcast, we don't have any news. So let's dive right into the main discussion. And that's a Pirate Emporium. And for the one person who doesn't know what Pirate Emporium is, it is Rare's digital store for Sea of Thieves, where you pay real money for ancient coins. These coins can be used to buy various things like pets, emotes, and various cosmetics. It hasn't been there since the beginning, but launched September last year, if I'm correct. And as a side note, Rare themselves, they decide the prices. So it's not Microsoft that decide the price, it's Rare. So that's a piece of information I want to throw out there in the beginning of the podcast, so there's no confusion about that. So before we dive into the items and cosmetics you can buy, I thought it was smart to go over the additional mechanics surrounding the Pirate Emporium first. Mainly the fact that you buy bundles of ancient coins as opposed to a direct purchase. We will also go over the microstore bundles, the ancient skeletons, and the charity tab in the Pirate Emporium. So let's start with the ancient coin bundles. So that's how you actually buy your ancient coins. You can buy bundles of gold, no, bundles of coins, and so not direct purchases. The bigger the bundle you buy, the more ancient coins you will get in that bundle, so you get more value for your money. So how do you feel about this mechanic?
I think it's fine. Everybody else does it in the world. I don't think they're trying to be unique in their system. I think they're just kind of, borrowing what every single other game does when they do cosmetics. I mean, it's of course it's a model that these companies use for profit on them. I mean, granted, as a consumer, you don't want to buy these bundles because you end up not spending coins, but I don't think it was Rare's intent to screw anybody over with these bundles. I think they're just copying the same model that everybody else does. So I'm fine with it. I end up spending most of my coins anyway. So, I've spent a lot of money on these things. So obviously I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't usually like the argument like other companies are doing it, so I don't fault Rare for doing it. Because they're quite upfront and they're quite a bunch of decent people. So it would be refreshing if they said, all right, we're not going to do that bundle thing. You just pay real money. We don't even do a conversion to ancient coins. It's just this is the price and that's what you buy. But on the other hand, I've never seen any company do that. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't blame them that much. Would have been refreshing, but I get it. I get it. And if you like for me, I always buy the biggest bundle anyways because I want to support them and get the most value out of it. So there you go. And we
Yeah.
both play this game a lot, right? So
Yeah.
for us, it's no problem to go for big.
Correct. Yeah. And it depends with me. Like I've bought the bigger bundle I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I've probably spent a lot of money on this thing. But since I've been doing some content with doing like a dual character setup with dual camera angles setup, I've been
Mhm.
buying bundles for two different characters.
Oh shit.
Which
Well,
sucks.
why do you even do that? Like, give me an example why you
For the
should do that.
emotes, so I want my
Mm.
content to be, unique, and I want
Hmm.
to get different camera angles. I want the characters to be, telling stories through the emotes, and I'm glad that they've added, a ton of emotes. And
All right.
so that's why I've been like my new video I'm working on. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm working on this video. It's gonna bomb, but I just want to try something out. So I bought a bunch of emotes yesterday for my second character.
Damn, you're making me all excited for your video now.
No, it's gonna be bad.
All
Well, it
right.
may be good. Like quality wise, might be good, but view count will probably be less than subpar.
We'll see. I'll be watching, that's for sure.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so let's dive in to one of the other. Oh no, one thing I want to say about the bundles too is like in my notes I have this little overview of the prices. And you live in the US, right?
Yes.
And I live in Europe. So the biggest bundle for US is like $35, and
Yeah.
it's 35 euros too. But the dollar is at this moment slightly higher value. So
Are you
I
serious?
got off cheaper. So it's better to live in Europe at the
Oh my
moment. We get
god!
more bang for
I
our
need
buck
to
right now.
switch VP. Oh, how would wait? No, it's probably based on your Microsoft Live account where your location is. I don't think.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know.
not
Maybe
VP.
you can VPN it. I think you
That's
can
what I'm
VPN it.
thinking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I could try.
My buddy does it. My buddy actually purchases a lot from the US store. Maybe I shouldn't say this in an online podcast, but I won't name him. I won't name him. But yeah, he VPNs all over the world to get the best deals. So
Gotcha.
I think he can do it. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
I'll
All
test
right.
it. Just for testing purposes,
All right.
and I'll report it to
You
Rare.
can leave a comment, and the subscribers can read your comment, and they
Yeah.
they have a reason to watch this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So let's dive into the next mechanic, and that's the Microsoft Store bundles. And they're a bit different because you can go to the Microsoft Store where you can purchase bundles. And I don't know if Rare or Microsoft decides this. This is something I don't know. Might be Microsoft. I don't know. But you can have certain bundles. Like one that's active right now is the Cat Meow bundle, I think, where you get 3 cats, 1,000 ancient coins, and pet outfits for all your cats, and you'll get a little bit of discount. So how do you feel about this mechanic?
Yeah, I like that. I've actually used one or two of those before, and like you said, I'm not too sure if Microsoft is running those or Rare is running those. But I like it because you get maybe a tad bit extra for it. So
Yeah, you definitely get a better value. Only the one thing I don't like about these bundles is that you can't choose the pets you get. For example, like it's the black cat, I think, for both the the normal one and the big fluffy one with the mustache.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you can't choose the colors, which is a bit, that's the downside to these bundles. Like they all are pre-made. There's not enough variety, I feel.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the price you pay for some of these bundles is, you kind of lose that aspect.
Yeah. But overall, do you like them?
Yes, I do actually. I mean, I always shop deals when I'm online, so whatever, if I could find the best bang for my buck, that's usually what I'm going to go for. So yeah, generally I like them.
All right. So let's go over the ancient skeletons next. For people who don't know, ancient skeletons aren't really a viable way to earn coins. It's more for a bonus for people who play this game a lot. Like basically you have a random chance for an ancient skeleton to pop, you kill him, and you'll get ancient coins for free. They come in 3 different tiers. Tier 1 will give you between 100 and 200, tier 2 between 200 and 400, and tier 3 between 400 and 800 ancient coins. And obviously, the higher tier, the rarer they get. So yeah, what are your thoughts on ancient skeletons?
I think my personal opinion, I think they should get rid of the lower tiers and up the higher tier. And I think it just should be more rare. Well, I don't know. I mean, because I
How
play
many have you found?
I want to say 4 or 5.
All right. Yeah.
That I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Like I just last week was the last one that I found doing Athena emissaries. But yeah, so when I get them and I get those low tier ones, I'm like, oh wow, I found an ancient skeleton. Oh wow, I got 124 things. Wow. You know, I think it needs to be a little bit more exciting. I would like them to maybe just get rid of the lower tier payouts. Maybe keep the same rarity of them, but just have it more rewarding.
Yeah,
when you do get it.
I feel the same.
And I want it I want it to pop like on the screen. Boom! You got 700 extra thingamajigs. You know, like if you don't catch it, you're not going to see how much you got from that.
Do you think there's a reason why they don't show the amount of coins you get from one ancient skeleton?
I don't think there's a direct reason, in my opinion.
All right.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just they implement it in the game and they just add it to the counter of your coins and that's it. I don't think maybe they even thought of that. I think it should be more rewarding as an experience. You know, you kill it and then boom, congratulations, you just got this many coins. You know.
Yeah, you can buy a pet with this, right?
Yeah, you know,
with one ancient skeleton. Yeah, that would be sweet. Like for me, if you just remove tier 1, like the 100 to 200 coins, then it will be fine. I mean, granted, you can buy a emote with tier 1, but yeah, it should be a bit more rewarding. But still, it's a fun mechanic. Like not a lot of other games do this.
Yeah. And there's another side of me that wishes the encounter was maybe longer, because there are times where, you know, one's popped up on me and I've taken one sniper shot and it's gone. I'm like, oh, well, you know, it's a little anticlimactic. Like, you know, I would just wish, you know, because it's a fairly rare thing.
You know what would be anticlimactic? If it didn't die and you missed it. So I don't agree with it at all. Like I'm happy that they're weak.
They're just a little bit stronger. I don't know.
So yeah, no, we're quite happy with them, and they're in the colors of rare too, which I like, the blue and gold.
Yeah,
it's nice. Right, so the final mechanic, which is not really a mechanic, but they also do a charity tab, which is in the Pirate Emporium, is usually at the end, I believe, and you can buy charity cosmetics, and all proceeds go directly to that charity, like the full 100%. So far, we had the special effects sales and the St. Jude Children's Hospital sales, I believe. So how do you feel about this?
Oh, I think it's awesome. I think they should continue to do it. I think it should be done every update. There should be a new one. Is there one this update?
No, there's not. Like, wow. I can have a look.
Shame, Rare.
Yeah, no, it's not this time. But the thing I don't get is they get out of rotation. Like I've bought the special effects sales, I don't know, a while ago right now.
Yeah.
And I can't buy them again. Like, of course, why would I buy them again? But for other people who want to support that same cause, they can't anymore. It was just for that single month. I don't get it. Why they don't return? Like, just introduce new ones each month. I'm totally fine with that.
And then keep the remaining ones. Yeah.
Yeah, keep them. Why they
I don't know.
Away? Has it something to do with taxes or
it's possible,
or with yeah, I don't know.
You know, money motivates everything.
Yeah. If somebody knows in that's watching right now, please let us know in comments why do those charities disappear? Like, come on, we want to support those causes. Let them in.
Yeah, for sure. And then obviously I wish they would continue it. I think it should be a staple. Like every month. I mean, that would I don't see other companies. I'm sure other companies are doing it. Other games are doing it. But that, you know, that could be a thing, you know, Rare every single month will donate. We'll have proceeds go to a good cause somewhere.
Oh. So like 10% of all purchases from the Pirate Emporium will be donated to charity, something like that?
Or they just have those special cosmetics
Mhm.
that they offer. And then so somebody knows that, Rare is always looking out for some type of charity that somebody can donate to.
Have you bought any charity
Yeah,
cosmetics?
I bought St. Jude. St. Jude's big here in the States.
Yeah, it's not here at all. Like I've
Yeah.
I've heard of it from Sea of Thieves. I never heard of it before.
Yeah, they're massive. And a lot of people like that's a very big charity here. And they do a lot of great work. The families that have kids that are sick with cancer, sick with other diseases, some terminally, they can go to St. Jude, and St. Jude, all these donations will cover the cost for those families.
Nice.
So yeah,
I have looked it up.
Yeah, they're
It
really
is
great
a good
organization.
charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and special effects too, right?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I have heard of them before, but I think that's so great. Like, of course, their controllers are made for people with who can have two functional hands, so to say, and I think it's great. Like that other people can also experience it thanks to that charity. It's wonderful. It is really wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, because video games these days it's like, back in the day people had books, books to read to entertain, and then of course television.
Still do.
And then they still do,
My
yeah.
second it's my second hobby.
Yeah, and television comes along. There's different forms of entertainment, and then of course video games has been transforming, not just from that mindless, I'm playing beep 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 boop, video games, to actual, people are actually developing social skills. People are developing, all sorts of skills from video games. They're developing skills as artists. There's so many different facets that people overlook in video games, and to have an opportunity to give people with disabilities the chance to play, and to be a part of that, is a great thing, because there are so many good things that can come from, this space, this video game space, that I know a lot of people, look down upon, but, it's brought in people close from all the, it's connected people all over the world. And
so just look at us.
Yeah, exactly. So like a charity, like I said earlier, that can bring that together for everyone, that's obviously an awesome thing.
Nice. Yeah, I totally agree. All right, so let's dive into the discussion proper, or should I say, what can we buy? So let's start with, I think, one of the biggest things first. That's the pets. So what are pets? Well, you can buy parrots, monkeys, and cats at the moment, and all come in 3 different species, and each species has a bunch of different colors. We also had some time-exclusive skeleton pets for Halloween, and we also have cursed Reaper's pets. And you can also buy costumes for them. When you buy them, they interact with you. When you play music, they dance. They can eat fruit. You can place them anywhere on your ship, and they follow you around on islands. So yeah, what's your thought on these little critters?
I like them, and a lot of people like them. There's some aspects where I don't like them because they kind of like get in the way, or they get annoying. Or they could give your character away. When you're trying to be sneaky and you forget that you have your pet on you.
But that's the downside. And there's an upside. Like, at least you don't die alone.
Oh, I was playing the other day with Liquorless, and maybe it was Slim Shanty, and we're killing these people, and the last person that was left alive was chasing me, and I turned around and I killed him, and his monkey just came, slowly walking to his dead body, and I picked it up. I was like, oh no, poor Jack.
Oh, that's great. That's funny.
Yeah.
You actually, it should be a grief emote for pets then when you die.
Oh yeah.
Just crying over your corpse. That would be great.
That'd be great. Yeah. When I first got them, I really liked them, and then there was a point where I kind of got annoyed with them. I was like, oh, they're bothering me while I'm doing this stuff, or but recently I've been starting using them again, and I've been really enjoying it, and then I'm gonna utilize them in my next video.
Nice. Oh, I'm so excited. Um, for
I'm
me,
telling you, it's not gonna be good.
so yeah, you keep saying that. Well, I haven't been disappointed. The latest video was also pretty well.
Oh, thank you.
I enjoyed that one too.
This new one's
So
gonna be like a
yeah.
music video. It's gonna be kind of
I love
cringy.
that. You're only making it better. A music video with pets? That sounds amazing.
Yeah, but it might be. Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
All right. The thing I want to say about pets, and I'm gonna tell you straight away because
Mhm.
I feel this is the only item in the Pirate Emporium that's actually decently priced. So yeah, there you go. I said it. It's everything is overpriced except pets,
Yeah,
because they're like, if you convert it to real money, which like we said before, it's kind of hard to do because of the bundles, but you can kind of do it a little bit. So it should be about $5 for one pet, and I think for what you get in return, yeah, that's great value, I feel.
yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right. I think a lot of stuff might be slightly overpriced, but pets, I think they hit the right marker on there.
Yeah, for sure. What do you have? What kind of pets do you have?
I have mainly birds. So under parrots, I got the little parakeet one. I think I have a couple of those.
It's cute.
I, I have one of the cockatoos. I have the dead cockatoo that's no longer available, right?
Mm-hmm. Which
Yeah.
I feel is a good thing, by the way. Oh, we can discuss that. I don't think I've written this in my note.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end, but how do you feel about that?
I think it's okay because I think just those are the special times, and then those are the kind of cosmetics that they can reintroduce during 'cause
Mm-hmm.
of course those dead ones were around Halloween.
Yes.
They can easily reintroduce those, and I don't think I would have a problem with that. I wouldn't, maybe you might, but
No, I feel it's fine. For part Emporium stuff, time limit stuff. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. Yeah.
yeah. So I have a couple parakeets, the cockatoo, the dead, and then I have I think one or two monkeys. I didn't get the cats yet.
All right. Oh, the cats are cute. They're so
Yeah,
cute.
I have a cat. And if you keep hearing, he keeps trying to go in the blinds in the background. But
That's
he doesn't
nice.
really. The only cat he looks like is the ragamuffin, but he's all black.
The grumpy cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, those look cool, I think. But I don't really like the variants, maybe except the first one, the driftwood ragamuffin.
Hmm.
Ragamuffin. But oh well. Are those real breeds, by the way? Like I'm not that
I don't
familiar.
believe so. No.
Wait, I'll Google it real quick.
It
Oh
is.
yeah, it is. Oh, they look totally different. They don't have a mustache. The build is a bit the same. Like the tail, they nailed the tail, but
Yeah, and they're
that's about it.
fluffier.
Yeah. All
Huh.
right.
So maybe
All
they
right.
are real
Oh well.
cats.
Would be fun if they knocked your treasure over your ship like real cats.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Oh, I didn't
Would
even
be
think
annoying
about
too.
that. Yeah.
Do you want them to do more?
So I wish maybe like placements. I wish you can orient like when you place them down. I feel like they only like kind of face one certain direction on the certain designated spots you could place them. I wish you can just because as a content creator, I want to be able to do as much as I can. Of course, Yeah, I mean, I'm satisfied with what they can do. The singing, the getting scared, the sleeping. I believe that's. How do you feel? Do you think there should be more?
No, I'm fine. Only I hear a lot of people wanting them to put parrots on your shoulder.
Oh yeah, that could be cool, but that would be. I think that might be hard.
Yeah, I think that might be too hard to implement.
Yeah.
Plus you giving something like what a parrot can do. Like a parrot can maybe work, but like a cat is going to be quite difficult. And then you have something that one pet can do and not the other one, and that would be a bit weird. So, and I don't think they're going to put more resources
No, I
in
think
making the
because
pets. Yeah.
yeah, because you have two objects, that are the server has to keep track of, and you'd have to
Hmm.
attach them together.
Yeah, and it
It's
needs to look good with all the outfits too, and it's gonna be a bitch.
Yeah, any type
Yeah.
of lag, you're gonna see these things fly off, in straight lines, off the shoulders and stuff. Like, yeah.
But now the most interesting question: do you have other pet ideas? What kind of pets do you want in the future?
Actually, haven't really thought of that, but I'll have to go back to, now that you mention it. So we need crabs.
Do you think crabs are going to be pets in the future?
I don't know. Well. So I think, okay, I don't know why they keep hinting at crabs. Obviously,
They stopped doing that. They stopped doing that.
Oh, so maybe
like
they're
the latest trailers, like the update trailers. There are no crabs, only in the cinematic ones. And I can't remember the last cinematic trailer. I mean, could have been the arena, maybe.
Maybe
it's well over a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they scratched the idea.
Update. Yeah, like I always liked that you always saw a little crab in the trailers. Like, to be fair, it's always the cinematic trailers, not the other trailers, of course.
Yeah.
But no more crabs. So
if they had a bigger plan with crabs and are no longer doing it, then yeah, I think that should be a pet. I think people would love it. I think people would go nuts to get a crab pet. Like, they would.
Yeah, I always thought that crabs would be like another animal to collect for the Merchant Alliance or the Hunter's Call. That's how I felt crabs were going to be implemented.
But on all these lore paintings around there's a lot of stuff referencing to a big giant crab.
It's true.
So I was hoping that they would have some type of event with crabs. But
yeah, we'll see.
But that's that's a pet they should add. Crabs.
Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Any other ideas? Because I have a few.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Because, well, I discussed this in the last podcast. It's actually not my idea. It's from Old Buccaneer. But he said, well, it would be cool to have a baby kraken, like in a jar or something like that.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Like, I really like that idea. Me personally, I would like a goldfish. Because it's stupid, right? Like that goldfish doesn't do anything. It's like in a bowl, and you can just place the bowl everywhere on your ship. And of course, if you play Shanty, you see the goldfish move a little bit more, but overall, it just doesn't do anything. I think that would be really cool. Also, because there's a lot of goldfishes in other rare games. Like, there's this one goldfish that appears a lot in rare games. Like, his name is Royston, and I think the designer of Royston, the illustrator, I think it's called, he works for a different company now. So, but it will be cool to have a little goldfish back. And my personal favorite is, of course, a baby hippo, which will never happen because I'm the only one that wants that. But yeah, if I was in charge, baby hippos as pets for sure. And that's also awesome. Dogs. Like, I've gotten a lot of comments in my latest update review, because I talked a little bit about cats in that review, and I had a lot of comments about people wanting dogs, and I also had a lot of other comments from other people saying no, dogs shouldn't be in Sea of Thieves because they're not piratey enough. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, I would go with the second half of that group.
All right.
I don't see them fitting in the theme of Sea of Thieves. I'm sure dogs were very prevalent back in those days, as they were.
I'm happy you bring that up, because I did a little bit of research about, hey, did pirates own dogs? And they did. Pirates did keep dogs. Do you know why?
To fight off the Kraken?
Indeed. That's why you don't have any Krakens anymore.
That's right. All the dogs killed them.
It's actually the same reason as why they kept cats. Well, they kept cats to keep out the rats, but they also used dogs for that.
Awesome.
But it was always they needed to be worth it. They needed to like, if you had a lazy dog, they didn't keep them for company, for example. Like, if a dog didn't scare away rats, it probably wouldn't be kept. It'd be chucked overboard. Like, you're not doing your job. You're just a liability. You cost food. We don't want you. But if you had a certain dog breed, or a dog with a personality that really liked chasing and killing rats, then they would keep it. So yeah, dogs and pirates actually do mix.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that they didn't. You know, dogs have been domesticated for a long time, and I think like I said, I think they would have been around. You know, pirates back in the day. But in your traditional lore, at least that I know of, or traditional story or the traditional pirate life, I don't think there's any mention of dog. And then, somebody can argue, well, there's no mention of cats, or whatever. But yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, but you bring up lore. You're talking about like pirate lore in general, like the image we have in our head of pirates.
Correct.
But in the Sea of Thieves lore, there are dogs. Like there's even a dog boil on Galleon's grave at the very top.
Oh yeah, that's to
yeah, it's true. It's from a member of the community. But we also have a sea dog faction. Like they're literally called the Sea Dogs.
Oh man.
and that shit. What was his name? The son of the pirate lord, like the Marco.
Yeah.
He had a pet dog, and he named his favorite ship after his pet dog.
What was
and
the
there's
ship?
actually a painting of that ship. Yeah, I don't know the name of the ship. I'm not 100% prepared, right? Like I've done my research about dogs already in real pirate life, so I've done my part. So I don't know what the ship is called. I think it's called the Good Boy or something like that.
Okay.
Or maybe that's the name of the white ship in the arena. I can't remember anymore. But yeah, the Marco had a dog. Yeah, and he named this ship after his dog. So there you go. So dogs are in the lore of Sea of Thieves.
I think those are all lies.
Right, but having said that, like, would you like dogs? Like, would you like it if they added it? All right, no, okay,
no,
gotcha. Yeah, I don't particularly want them. Like if they want to add it, yeah, sure, but I would like other pets first, like baby kraken, a baby hippo, like stuff like that. I want that before I want dogs.
Yeah, and then just to make things clear, I'm 100% a dog person over a cat, even though I own a cat and I hate him. Hate him. And I prefer dogs. But in the game, I don't know. For some reason, my mind is just telling me that I don't want a dog in the game.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Maybe all because I can shoot the cat out of the cannon, and I would feel bad that I could do it to a
dog. Yeah, that's a good point. All right. So let's dive into the next set of things we can buy, and those are emotes. So what are emotes? Do I really need to explain it? It's emotes. Emotes are emotes. You get a few when you just start up the game. So you have a reticle filled already. You don't need to purchase them. You can just use them. They're nice ways to interact with other people and just to have a cool look at your pirate. Recently, I think a year ago they started expanding the reticle reel. I think there are now 5 emote reticles at this moment. And we only had 1 in the beginning. So maybe they're expanding the emote reticles so we buy emotes to fill them up. I don't know. I do know that they pump out a lot of emotes each time. So how do you feel about the emotes?
I love them. I mean, I absolutely love them. I've utilized a ton of them, and like I said earlier in this podcast, you know, I've bought more for my second character, so I can use in future videos. But I absolutely love them. The one thing I don't like is that there's so many, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end up dumping so much money. I'm not a fan of how they have the bundles set up. I'm also not a fan of how they have the emote reticles set up. I wish there was a different way to access the emotes in game instead of cycling.
How would you like to do it then?
I have no idea. They need to.
I think it works pretty well. Like I play a lot of Borderlands too, and they have emotes in the game as well. And I didn't figure it out at all how to access emotes in that game until I needed to do a quest where I need to do an emote.
Okay.
And then I had to look it up online, and you hold your start button to bring up your emote reticle, and then I was like, this is a fucking stupid system. Hold start.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck does that? Like it's
Yeah.
so counterintuitive. And with Sea of Thieves, it kind of feels natural. And if you do it a lot, you kind of know where all your emotes are, and you can just bring up your reticle, press X on Xbox then, and oh, it's second wheel to the that's 5 o'clock. That's that emote, and you kind of get a feel for it. So in a pinch, if I need to do a certain emote, I know where it is, and it kind of works. So I'm quite happy how they with the interface of it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I guess maybe I'm coming from a different perspective, and I might be the only person is because when I'm creating videos, I'll have like 5 pages I'll have to cycle through, and a lot of times I'm toggling off my HUD, so I don't see these. You know what I mean? So if I have something on the fourth page, I have to continue. I have to toggle the HUD back on, go back to it, do the emote, toggle the HUD off, and it just becomes because there's some emotes that will only last 2 to 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And if I want to get certain camera angles, I have to be very, very quick to whip that third person view camera like in front of the character.
Yep.
And for me to have to do maybe like extra commands or have to like time it, it gets a little, for me personally.
Yeah, no, I get it. I have that too. Like the one emote where with the thumbs up one, first of all he's shaking, right? And you can't reproduce that shaking when it's going to go up or down. I don't want to use that for my videos, but then you need to switch your camera a little quick because if you want to catch the beginning of the emote. So I totally get that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
But my other so the bundles that they have in the emotes, on some of the bundles, they allow you to purchase 1, 2, maybe 3 out of the items individually. But some you can only buy the rest like full bundle, which I feel like you should be able to buy each one individually. And if you want to buy the bundle, then you get a discount. My other issue is, are you screwed if you buy those 2 or 3 individually but then have to buy the bundle? Now you're spending way more.
When you have money,
yeah,
when you become a millionaire.
Yeah. Yeah, because I actually ran across that because in my Machinima series that I did, I bought maybe like 1 or 2 out of some of these bundles, and then now in my new video I'm like, oh well, I need more, and the only way I need just that one, but in order to get that one I have to buy the whole bundle, so now I'm gonna be spending way more than. So I have an issue with that. I wish each piece could be bought individually, and then maybe well, I guess I haven't actually done the math. What would be?
Well, a bundle is 999 coins, and one emote in a bundle is 149 coins.
200 coins if you buy the bundle.
Yeah, but then you might have a lot of emotes you don't end up using.
Yeah,
like so I want the Sea Dog Sleep, for example, and that's the only one I want from that bundle. Correct, but I can't buy it, so it sucks.
Yeah. And and then also that Sea Dog emotes, that one you have to buy the bundle. And so like go to some of these other ones, you don't have to buy the bundle. You could buy some individually. I think the ship a lot you can buy all these individually. Yeah. But there's some where you could only buy 1 or 2.
That doesn't make any sense.
Or the bundle. Yeah, I know.
Like why? Like who decided that? I don't get it.
Know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's one of the things like I don't agree with Pirate Emporium. This mechanic, like make it so that you can buy individual bundles rare. Like this is just stupid. How do you feel about the pricing of the emotes?
I'm okay with it. I mean, yesterday I wasn't okay with it because I had to buy like 3,000 coin bundles. But overall, I'm fine with it. And then, I mean, they give us like it seems to be the trend. They're giving us at least like 1 free one each update.
That's nice. Yeah.
Which is cool. I'm interested to see how they expand. I mean, I would like emotes to incorporate more facial and mouth movements. So you can like incorporate like dialogue in some of these things if you're trying to do a story with the emotes.
I agree with that. I would like that too.
That would be awesome.
And I think we want it for the same reasons, right? It's just cool for YouTube channels.
Correct, yeah.
To do that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to say, like, I think they're overpriced, But
Okay.
you'll hear this argument a lot from me. Like
Yeah.
I only think pets are decently priced. Like $10 for an emote bundle is just too much. Like you'd really lower that. If you did, like I would buy way more emotes too, which would be cool. I would fill my radicals if they were a bit cheaper, of course. And I probably would spend the same amount of money too. So, but I feel like that about a lot, so I might save this argument for the end of the podcast.
Okay.
Any emotes you would like to see in the future?
Though what I mentioned earlier is any emotes that can incorporate more facial movement, mouth movements, so we could get like our characters looking like they're doing a dialogue with somebody else.
Yeah.
For content, that I would
Right.
love that, because as of right now, a lot of the movements, there's so many emotes. You could pretty much do a lot of stuff with editing. You can create a lot of stuff with what we have. I mean, granted, you have to buy all the emotes, but if they could incorporate something, just the talking emotes or the conversation emotes, where you can have like an argumentative conversation or a happy conversation or sad, and then you can incorporate that into different content and make some really cool stuff, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like other emotes I would like to see are emotes that remind me of other Rare games. Like they do this with Heritage Ship, why not with emotes?
Oh yeah.
Like maybe do the Jiggy dance from Banjo-Kazooie. That would be quite cool. Or I remember in Donkey Kong Country 2, when you finish a stage with Dixie Kong, she does like a guitar solo. Like, yeah, make that guitar solo in the game, but only do it with the banjo, right?
Yeah.
And just reminds me of the old Rare IPs. That would be quite sweet. So I would like that for future emotes.
They did do the from Hook, the movie Hook.
It's true. Yeah.
I really like that because I don't know. I have a feeling a lot of people that play Sea of Thieves are probably younger and probably have never seen that movie. It's a great movie with Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, and Rufio. Bangarang, Rufio. I used to say bangarang so much, like when I was younger.
Oh my god! Oh my god! So you were annoying as a kid too?
Yeah, probably. But it was a great movie.
Yeah, I hope they will do more of that in the future. Maybe something from the Goonies or something like that.
Yeah. Hey, you guys.
All right. Let's dive into the ship cosmetics now, because there's another thing you can buy in the Pirate Emporium. Those are heritage ship cosmetics, and as of now, all ship cosmetics are themed after past Rare IPs. Something I really like. So I've got a list of all the ships, and I'll go over them quite fast. I think I won't name the ships. That will be a bit too long, and just mention games they are based on. So we got a Banjo-Kazooie ship, a Killer Instinct 1, a Perfect Dark 1, Cameo is there, Viva Pinata, a Conquer ship that I actually own, which is my favorite ship, and the latest one was the Saberwolf ship. So how do you feel about these ship cosmetics?
I like them a lot. I think they're super duper cool. I like how they're making the figureheads, and they give you the option to get a figurehead or sails that are glowy. Back in the day when the game first came out, there was only one glowy set, and that was if you were an Athena level that was high enough to buy them. So yeah, I think that they're really cool. I personally don't own any because I spend all my money on emotes.
Yeah.
But I do like them. I think they're really neat. I like how that glow effect is just super cool. I think it's exciting for players to own these things. I think they're really happy to purchase these. I think they've done a very very good job on these sets.
Whoever designed these ships, they should get a promotion. This is amazing work.
Yeah, the only set that I don't like out of these is the Perfect Dark set.
Oh yeah, it feels a bit less compared to the others, right?
Yeah,
I agree with that. I still like it. Like I have to play with it. Like I didn't like it when I saw it in the trailers, and then I actually play with this, and I was like, oh yeah, it's actually actually a pretty cool set, but still it pales compared to the other ones for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
I like the Bench Kazooie set. It's my favorite game. Like some of my listeners know that,
Yeah.
but it's my favorite game of all time. And there's so many references on that ship to Bench Kazooie, which I really like. The one thing I think is quite lazy, like the collector's figurehead, is just gold. Like it's
Yeah.
it's
Well, I think
how
well,
lazy is that?
well, I
Just
think it
paint
was the
it
first
gold.
one,
Yeah,
that they did. But,
yeah,
back we got those what was it? That anniversary set or the figurehead. Did you
yeah.
get that? You got that, right?
Yeah, of course I got that. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
So is this the same one or is this slightly different?
No, it's a different one. No, it's a
Okay.
different one.
No, I
Like
know it's different. I know it's different, but I'm just wondering if it's the same model. I can't remember.
oh no, it's not. No,
Okay.
it's model different. And yeah, I like the one from the Bat and Bird Ship collection better. Because it's so colorful too, right? And
Hmm.
the one you got for free, well, I think it was about 2,000 coins, almost 2,000 coins. And so that's basically free. It was a bit more just more plainly colored, and
Yeah.
the figurehead in Emporium is really colorful, which I don't get why the special figurehead is gold. And like, come on, and there's not even a reference to the game too. Like Benjamin never gets gold. No, I'm seriously pissed about that. You could have made something. I don't know, like this move where the golden feather move, like for example,
Yeah.
they still don't get golden, but they have this golden particle effect around them. Like, why don't you make that around the feathers for that special figurehead? Like, make the feathers golden and then have particle effects around it. That would be a reference to the game, and it would be so much cooler. But they didn't do that, so quite disappointed with that.
All right.
They have gotten better like over the time, really. Like the Perfect Dark one is also a bit lazy, just glows,
Yeah.
right? Kind of sucks. But then you have the Viva Pinata set, which actually has a rainbow. Like a fucking hell, that's so original. Like no
Yeah,
other figurehead
that
has
was
that
sick.
rainbow particle
Yeah.
effect. It's so cool. And the cameo one too, like it glows a bit, like the wings, I think, and the orb she's holding. But
Yeah.
there are also like this smoky particle effect around that orb. Like that's so creative. It's really cool.
I think
Yeah.
moving forward, they're just like, okay, we need to do more of the particle effects.
Yep.
And so they have.
Yep.
And then in the Nightwolf one, the eyes are glowing. I don't know about
Yeah.
the
Which you
squirrel one.
can't really see in the trailer, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little smoke effect around the eyes of the special figurehead.
What about the squirrel one? Is there any particle effects on that one?
I think the grog or beater or either one, like the foam is moving.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay, cool.
yeah. So that's quite nice. I don't. There's not really a particle effect, but it is moving. Yeah. Any sets you would like to see in the future?
Um,
GoldenEye.
yeah, maybe golden. That would be cool. That
Yeah, they
would.
will never do it. Like
Yeah.
licensing wise, they would never do that. But I know that's the only rare game you've played, right?
Yeah, that's the only one
GoldenEye.
I've played.
Yeah.
That
I
elemental
would
power ship. What game is that? Which game is that?
Cameo.
Cam-
Cameo
I mean,
Elements of Power.
I
It's
really
quite
like that.
interesting game.
I really like that set. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's one of my least favorites, to be honest. I like
Oh,
the
really?
figurehead, but yeah, it's a bit too naturey. I didn't like the game too.
I like nature.
Um, I think maybe because I didn't like the game, and it's a bit too glowy for me.
It
Like
is pretty.
everything glows in that
It is
set.
very bright, but I mean that's the set I rock in Insiders, and
Mm.
it is very bright. Like at night, the capstan and all the cannons, everything is glowing, and they can get in the way. But I appreciate the artwork on this one.
Nice. You should buy Rare Replay, man. You can play all these games. I think all these games, yeah, all the games that are have heritage ship cosmetics, yeah, they're all in Rare Replay.
I don't
You
even
should
know
buy
what
the
that
game.
is.
Oh, it's a game collection for Rare for the Xbox One, and basically they port all the games over, like 30 games of their past
Ah,
library. They port it over. It's like $30. Like it's dirt cheap too. And you can play Cameo. You can play both Viva Piatas, both Perfect Darks. You can play the Killer Instinct. You can play I think the arcade version of Killer Instinct, or was the N64 version. No, it's probably the N64 version. But you can play all their past games. Well, most of them. Like not
Cool.
GoldenEye because of licensing, and not
Yeah.
Donkey Kong because of licensing. But yeah, you have a lot of games. Like the old classic 1983 or 1984 Saberwolf game. Yeah, you can play that too. Yeah,
Crazy.
it's so cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that
check
is
it out. You
cool.
should really
Yeah,
check it
yeah, I
out
will.
if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
interested.
No,
Kong's
I
Bad
am.
Fur Day is on there
Yeah,
too.
I am. That's awesome.
Cool, nice. Because Kong's Bad Fur Day is one of those games that's like really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like between $150 and $200 for the N64 cartridge. But yeah, it's on Rare Replay, so if you want to play it, yeah, you can
Rare
go for it.
replay. Okay, I need to write that down.
Yeah. No, yeah, check it out. Maybe there's something. I think more people should play, but but yeah, of course, I would say that I'm a Rare fanboy. So speaking about Donkey Kong, like that's a ship cosmetic I would like to see for a Heritage ship. I don't think they'll do it. Like I think I talked with other players about it. They say they might do it since they're on good terms with Nintendo and Microsoft are on speaking terms. That's me. Maybe that's not the right way to say it, but Banjo-Kazooie is in Smash Brothers right now. They're working together, so
yeah,
maybe I would like to see that. And of course, Battletoads and Everwild. Those ship cosmetics are definitely coming, I feel, but they're waiting for it.
For sure.
Because the new Battletoads, for people who don't know, Battletoads is a beat 'em up, first released on the NES, but also been ported to the Game Boy. There's an arcade version of it, and some SNES games, and I own them all. And they're making a new one at the moment with Delilah Studios. It's a bit cartoony, so a lot of people don't like the new style. I think it's fine. They're hard as fuck, by the way, those games, all of them. And I think the new one won't be any different. But I think when the new one releases, they will do a ship, promote that game even more. So, and the same with Everwild. Everwild is the next new IP they're developing, and Louise O'Connor is the executive producer on the game. Amazing woman, by the way. If you ever need someone to read stories to your children, you should hire her. She has an amazing voice. She also voiced one of the shipwrights in this game, by the way. Fun fact. Maybe I'll do a video about her in the future. I don't know, but she's
maybe you can interview her.
Of Everwild. Oh, that would be so sweet.
What's her name?
That would be my ultimate goal.
What's her name? And my cat just fell off his stand for some reason.
There we go, damn cat. Louise O'Connor. Louise O'Connor. Yeah, she started doing the animations for Kong's Bad Fur Day. That's how she's gotten into Rare, and she's done the voice for Leafus in Viva Miata, which she did an amazing job on, and yeah, she really worked her way up in Rare. She's an amazing animator, an amazing woman all around. And if people were thinking that, oh, you're reading this off your notes, no, it's all from my head. That's how big a fan of I am from Rare. So yeah, go figure.
That's awesome.
But we've talked about Everwild before, right?
Yes.
Do you think it looks cool? Yeah.
I think it was. I'm so excited to see more on that game.
Yeah, me too. It's great. I've done a video about it on my channel, so for people who are listening that want to know what we are speaking about, I've done an Everwild video. It's called, I think, Everwild Should We Be Hyped? So definitely check it out. And Louise O'Connor is in that video too. So if you want to know what she looks like, check it out. All right. I think I've done enough. I think I've done. I'm not get paid for this.
Yeah.
All right. So Everwild chip, I think they're gonna do that when the game
absolutely.
releases.
And probably Battletoads.
Anything else you want to say about the Heritage Ship Cosmetics?
I like what they're doing. I hope that they keep up with the glowy effects. At least for the figurehead. Because that's just so cool. I mean, that attracts so many people, and it's just such a neat mechanic. So I hope they keep it up.
Yeah, no, great. Oh yeah, the only thing I wanted to say, and again, I've said this before, it's overpriced. Like,
it is. Yeah. I would say
this this is the most overpriced stuff in the entire Emporium.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit hypocritical since I bought a ship cosmetic, but I paid like 4 or 5 times what it should be, I feel. Yeah, for sure.
They are overpriced. And then there are times like, okay, so I haven't bought it in the real game. I've only bought it in Insiders. And I'd buy that bundle. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get the bundle, and then I buy the other, like the special sales and the special figurehead, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm spending way. I could have just bought the other pieces individually in the bundle, and then bought the figurehead and the sales, the specials.
Oh, damn! Maybe I should have done that.
Yeah.
I feel so stupid now.
Boom.
Maybe I should have done that.
Gotcha.
Well, that's good. it's a good tip for everybody who's listening there too.
Rare's like, got him again.
That's a good one. That's a good tip. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, I understand if they keep it the way they keep it, because some people don't want to rock, the others. They would like to have the plain ones, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, it can be like, oh, I'm going to buy the bundle, and like, oh, but I want these other things. And then now you're going to have to pay way more for just those other two things.
Yeah. That is true. For the Nightwolf ship, for example, I would like the normal one.
Yeah.
Because, the wolf in Saber Wolf, the ZX Spectrum game from 1984, dropping knowledge again, it's purple in the game. So, and I want the normal figurehead because it's purple, because that's the color of Saber Wolf.
What it was, yeah.
White. I don't get why it's white. Like maybe somebody in the comments is like, well, in this game, the wolf is actually white for 2 seconds. No, I don't know. Maybe. But I don't get why it's white. It should be purple. So, oh well. I think we talked enough about the ship cosmetics now. I can go all day about rare history. So, let's not do that. Maybe another time. Let's go to the weapons and equipment and seasonal stuff. Because ship cosmetics aren't the only type of cosmetics we have. We also have a bunch of weapons, equipment, and seasonal cosmetics. And again, I've got a list. So we have the Festival of Plenty set, which was a cosmetic set after Thanksgiving. A bunch of weapons, I think. They did the same for Christmas with the Festival of Giving set. We have a Lunar Festival set, which had a lantern and some other stuff. Can't remember anymore. The Reaper's Heart set, which was seasonal at the beginning, but they decided to keep in the game. That's a bunch of weapons themed after Reapers. And the Banana set, which, the Crunch weapon bundle. Yeah, that's is also still in the game. So some of them were exclusive, and some of them are still here. So how do you feel about these cosmetics?
I mean, the only one I've bought was the Reapers, and again, I use that solely for content. But yeah, I think these are a fun addition to the game. Price wise, I'm sure you'll say they're overpriced, but
yes.
So yes. I've only bought the one set for both characters that I have. But the overall, I do enjoy. I think it's fun for people to have, especially the banana ones. Everybody was like, "Oh, I want a banana gun." So that was cool. Some of the other sets I don't care for too much, but I know that they were seasonal, and a lot of people were using them at the time. Yeah, the Reapers is the only one that I had.
Yeah,
and I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't keep some of the other ones. I guess maybe they'll bring them back or do different variants the next go around.
I feel like they might be bringing them back, like the Christmas ones and the Thanksgiving ones, right? I think next Christmas they'll be reintroducing them. I mean, I hope so, right? That would be cool.
Yeah.
And maybe add some more new cosmetics that are themed after that holiday. That would be totally fine.
But overall, I enjoy it. I think they're fun, and I think that's the whole point of it, is just for people to get something that's different and fun and kind of quirky and kooky on some, and some just kind of look cool. Like I think the Reaper set looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Would you want more of these exclusive seasonal?
I believe so. I think it's a good model that they're doing. I think they should have they should come out with new cosmetics for the weapons. Maybe not every update. Maybe every other. I mean, who knows? but yeah, I do think it's a good thing. I think it provides them. I mean, of course, Sea of Thieves is a game you bought, and then all the updates are coming for free. So over time, Rare's going to need to pull in some type of income to continue supporting this game. So yeah, so I do think it's a good thing. I think anything that helps support Rare to continue Sea of Thieves support is a good thing. I don't think I've seen any. I didn't like maybe the Thanksgiving stuff, just the look of them.
Oh yeah,
but the idea of having these and these options to give to players to purchase, I think is a good idea. I think it's a good overall.
The same.
Yeah,
I am happy they don't cram it full because they could have gone overboard and done a lot of clothing, cosmetics too. I'm so happy they don't do that.
There's so many in the game though,
Yeah, there's so many in the game. Like that's why I'm also not inclined to buy the weapons because they're like the banana set, like the crunch weapons. They're cool, and I would play with them. I would want to play with them, but there are also so many other cool weapons in the game that I already have. So yeah, I'm not that inclined to buy them. If they were themed after a past Rare game, on the other hand, I would probably do buy them.
or if they were signed by Louise O'Connor herself.
Oh hell yeah! She deserves a chef cosmetics after her. Not kidding. I would buy that in an instant. Any ideas you want in the future? Like, what kind of cosmetics would you want?
For the weapons?
Yeah, weapons, but also equipment.
Oh, equipment? I think so. Okay, so the Athena set is quote unquote the ghost set. I would like more kind of like Fairy the Damn Ghost type stuff. Or that would look cool, I think.
Yeah.
Just kind of like astral type form of something, I don't know how hard that it would be to make, but that would be cool. That would be like in the true ghost set, or the fairy the Dam set, something like that.
Yeah, the Land of the Damned set. No, that would be cool. That's a good one. Yeah. And I think I said what I want. If it's themed after past Rare games, I would like it. That's how I feel about it.
Oh, that would be cool.
So let's go to we've discussed most of the stuff in the Pirate Emporium right now. Oh, one thing we haven't discussed is something quite unique, and that's the Pirate Appearance Potion. A lot of people have been asking for this since the early days, and Rare delivered. And actually, this I feel this is also decently priced for 149 coins. And what does it do? This potion lets you choose a new pirate when you restart the game, but you will keep all your progress and cosmetics. So how do you feel? Have you done this? First of all, have you done it?
No, I have not done this.
So how do you feel about it?
I don't know. I'm a little mixed. I'm like, only because I'm just like, when you had the choice to pick your pirate, just be patient, find the right one, and pick the pirate you like. And a lot of people.
That's how I felt too.
Yeah.
And that's what they said in the beginning too. So, and certainly in the first year, people were complaining, was like, yeah, but Rare told you. They fucking told you, like, you can't change. So choose carefully. That's going to be your pirate. So if you're complaining, you haven't chosen the right one. I've come back from that statement because
you used it.
Cosmetics.
Did you buy it?
Well, no, I didn't. Like most people know, I'm a fat jolly pirate, right?
Yeah.
And I hated to be the white buff guy like you're in all other games, right? So I don't want to play like that. So I want to be, fat. And I'm so happy this game offers different body types. It's really cool. So yeah, I want to be fat. Like I'm not like glutinous fat. Like I'm just jolly fat in the game, right?
Yeah.
There are bigger body types than my pirate. And all the cosmetics I wanted to wear, they look great on my pirate. So I really like that. But I do get sentiment. Like some sets don't look good on a big guy, but do look good on a skinny guy, and vice versa. And like not the Reapers? You don't know that from the like the Reapers. No, I fucking love the Reapers. That looks amazing. Yeah, you watch the stream, right, with me and Old Buck?
Yeah.
No, I think that looks amazing. But but yeah, so if you want to change later because you're like, oh, I really want to wear the, the parrot set, for example, it doesn't look good in Fat Guy at all. It looks
Hmm.
very ugly, but it looks kind of decent on Skinny Guy. So I get it that people want to switch to a Skinny Guy, like they felt, I made the wrong choice, and I don't want to lose all my progress. Plus another thing, like we're we're really into Sea of Thieves. Of course, we know the developer said this because we are really into Rare and or Sea of Thieves, right? But a lot of people just buy the game and just assume that they can change their character over time because you can do it with other games too. So, like, I don't fault those people. So my original argument was a bit too harsh, I feel.
Hmm.
So
I
how do you feel
I
about
mean,
it?
I still feel this. I still feel the same. I mean, it's cool that they give people an option, but I'm always, like, it was right there in front of your face. Just be paid.
Yeah.
Because no one's patient anymore. They just want to jump in, and so I mean, I took my time when I created my character. Like, I specifically wanted, like, I've told you this before. My mom is from an island in the South Pacific, so
Mhm.
I'm half Pacific Islander. So I kind of want to get more of a tanner, darker skinned character. So I was kind of waiting to find, even though right now, I've been sitting indoors all this time, probably whiter than Santa Claus. But I kind of wanted to get more of like an islander feel character, so I spent my time looking for one and found the one that I liked.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I spent, I think, at least an hour selecting my part. At
Yeah.
least an hour. Yeah, I really took my time
Why do you
before I was
think?
happy.
Why do you think that they did it this way instead of having people customize their own characters
I don't know.
with a
I
random
I I,
wheel?
th- I think they wanted to make sure the pirates were they look different enough so people could get recognized by their character and not their gamer tag. Like, I do remember them saying that.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense
Uh,
because it allows all the different types of character models into the game as opposed to letting the masses choose their own and everybody would be Superman or Wonder Woman,
Yeah, indeed. Like,
so.
and you get that in other games too, right? There's a reason why a lot of games have this, 35-year-old white male protagonist. Like, there's a reason for that because that people just want to play like a guy that looks like that. That's skinny but still muscled.
Mhm.
Um, and you see it a lot, and I don't like it. Like, I really don't like that. Like, for some games, yeah, of course, but I want to play like a bear or something like that, or a turtle. Like, I like I like those games. So yeah, so we have too much 30-something male characters in games,
Yeah. But as
and
far
they
as
all look handsome too.
yeah,
So
yeah. um I just want to, as far as pricing goes, I think the pricing is very good. I mean, it's
yeah, I
very
feel so.
easy for somebody to switch over.
Yeah, it's 149,
It's
so
cheap. Yeah.
150 in dollars, about that. It's enough to make you think if you really want it, but it's not an obstacle. Like, you don't feel cheated out,
Correct.
or you
Yeah.
feel like the barrier is too high to do so. So no, I really like it. And you do the price is so that you do it maybe once, and after that you don't do it anymore. So still, your character is going to be a unique character that is recognizable by the
Hmm.
community.
Wait.
So
Do you
there's
say
that.
can you only do it once? Is that what you said?
No. You can do it
Okay, you
as
can do it
many times
once.
as you want,
Okay.
but because there's a price point to it, you probably only do it once, and you
Yeah.
make sure you think about your choice before you do so.
Yeah, and most people will
So yeah.
probably take the time the second go around and
hmm
then choose the person that they actually want. Yeah.
So let's go into one of the final segments of this podcast, and that is talking about other stuff we would want in the Pirate Emporium. You want to take this first?
Yeah, so I was trying to give this some thought, but I couldn't.
hmm
There's only one thing that I want, or there's two things, and I mentioned one earlier is having emotes that incorporate facial and mouth movements more,
hmm
and the other one that I could think of because I'm fairly happy with what they have. I mean, granted, we can argue prices on things,
hmm
maybe time limited things, that kind of stuff. But I would want them to give us the option to like rent private servers.
Oh, and oh my God. You know what? This is my fifth podcast, and I'm actually writing a script for another one that's about this subject.
Oh, really?
Like hot topics and controversial topics in one podcast, and one of those things is private servers.
Yeah.
Would we want them, and how is it going to work? So I'm not gonna give that much of an answer because I want to save it for that podcast.
Yeah, no problem. Do you want me to elaborate, or do you want me to?
Yeah, sure, because you might not leave me on that one. So please give your opinion about that.
So for anybody watching, you know, there's going to be the argument saying, well, I guess I'm going to do your whole other podcast. Anyways.
That's fine. No, it's fine. I'm totally fine with that. I'm curious too.
The arguments are, you know, you're just going to get a giant, you know, alliance servers and rack up all these, you know, you're just going to grind away XP and cheat the game, blah, blah, blah. But so they've come out and they've said that they're going to do private servers, and they already are doing private servers.
Wait. They have said that?
Yes.
You need to elaborate a little bit.
Yes. Was it Joe or was it Mike Chapman? But they are on the roadmap, but there's nothing like set in stone that they're going to do. They will do them.
Did they speak about how it's going to look like? Or they just said, yeah, it's going to happen?
I can't remember, but Falcor knows more. So Captain Falcor was streaming with Fuzzy Bond the other day, maybe last week, and I asked them to leak private server information. And Falcor said, yes, they will be doing private servers. But I think as Joe also, or it was either Joe or Mike, where they said that, you know, these servers, there will be no progression on these servers. These servers will be designed for community events and then hopefully for content creators that we can have. So with no progression. And I mean, they're already doing them with the Sea of Champions. Those are private servers that they're getting on. But they are having some issues. I think the last Sea of Champ, they're doing that arena thing. I'm not too familiar with it, but you know, they're doing like an arena competition, like Pace and his crew's in it, and a bunch of other big streamers are in it. And then I think when they first did it, the server crashed. I don't know if they tried again, or like Hippo was commentating with Che from Rare. Yeah, and the servers crashed. So I think there are some, because these are probably lower sandbox environments that they are utilizing for these events. So I think they would need to prioritize, you know, how they would handle it, how they'd handle the load. And even if to see if they would even offer that kind of like a rental capability to people through the Pirate Emporium. Like how popular would it be? How profitable will it be? I would do it. Well, it depends on the price, but
yeah, to get clips, it would be really nice, especially for you, not for me, because I want my clips. Like I don't really need it, but
yeah,
somebody who does machinimas,
yeah,
for you that would be really great.
It would be awesome. I mean, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't like the fact that they said there's no progression at all. Like that would, for me, take away the incentive to do private servers at all.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna elaborate actually, because I want to save it for the other
no problem. Yeah, no problem. But that is one thing I would like to see them implement. I don't know if they would do it through the Emporium, but if they did, that'd be awesome. Like to give us an option. But
how much will you pay for it, for a private server?
I don't know. I would have to look at their initial price, and I really honestly don't know, because I wouldn't know how much they would go for normally in other games. So I've never actually rented one, or
I think Fallout 76 has this one, right, for private servers, which aren't really private servers. It's a whole controversial topic.
How much is it?
Like a lot?
$100, $12 a month, or $100 a year. Done.
Yeah,
done.
Which is more than the game costs.
Yeah. That's boom. I'm done. That's easy.
That's a lot. $100 for a year.
Yeah.
For a private server. Like that's not even the game. It's
more
than
I know.
The game. It's terrible.
That's to me, that's 100% worth it.
Really?
Oh yeah. If they give
Well,
me,
I guess for the type of videos you do, I do get that.
yeah, if they
Yeah, I
gave
do
me
get
like
that.
a console, or something that I could type in commands, where I can control spawn rates, I can control the weather, I control the time.
The weather would be cool. Like a sun that's always at noon.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, that would be
I
sweet.
could go to town if they could give me like a free floating camera. I would just go to
Yeah.
town and just transform Sea of Thieves content on YouTube. That's what I would do.
You would single-handedly transform CFT's content. That's
Yes,
nice.
yes.
When there's somebody can do it, it's you. Like, don't get me wrong, you're doing an amazing job. Yeah. All right. Anything else you would want?
No,
You thought was
I was
important
trying to
there?
give that a lot of thought when I saw your outline.
That's a good one. I did not expect that answer, so that's a good
Yeah.
one.
So
Um,
that's what my mind kept going back to, was that. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
well, I hinted at this before. I want more heritage stuff.
Yes.
Like anything that reminds me of past rare games, and like those can be other cosmetics too, like an Aincorn tankard that's themed after
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Conquer.
Yeah.
They have a pirate character. Again, I'm not gonna go too much in rare history. Don't want to bore people too much. But they have a pirate character. Like Banjo-Kazooie was originally developed to be an SNES game. I think it was called Project Dream, and there was this pirate character. His name was Blackbeard. And he made an appearance in Banjo-Tooie too, in one of the worlds over there. And it would be cool to have his outfit, to buy Blackbeard's outfit or his sword or something like that. My channel is called Captain Blubber, also of a Banjo-Kazooie character, and he has a pirate ship too, and he has a hippo as a figurehead. I want that figurehead. Give me that salty hippo figurehead. Like, come on, it would be so cool. I would fly that every single day, or even his pirate hat, right? Like, give me Captain Blubber's pirate hat. I would wear that for sure. So yeah, more heritage stuff. Doesn't matter in what form. Even emotes, like I said before. Yeah, give me that sweet nostalgia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was also thinking because they introduced costumes now with the last two updates.
Yes.
Do you think
Yeah.
they're gonna do that?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm sure they will. I don't like
All right.
the costumes too much.
Mm.
But no, I think that's a good idea. I mean, that's just me personally.
Mhm.
That is something I think they should incorporate. I think they
Oh,
would.
what kind of costumes would you have then?
They would probably. I would, if I were them, I would stick to the theme of like seasonal or holiday type stuff. So what's coming up? That's like a major world holiday, like Cinco de Mayo. Well, I don't know. That may come off bad. I don't know.
Maybe Halloween's the next one.
Oh yeah, they could do like a skeleton costume. Okay, then
Yeah.
like a Fortnite ripoff skeleton costume.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
This game you talk about.
Or something. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I think they would find a market for that. If they offered it for $149, get the special, Halloween costume. I think they would definitely have a market for it.
If it's decently priced, probably not. It's going to be atrocious, but like I would like it. If they're decently priced, I would probably buy one. Especially if it's heritage stuff. I will go for that. In my notes, I always have more pets, but we kind of discussed that when we talked about the pets. How about curses?
Oh man, they should. You know how I mentioned like an astral form type of weapons and stuff? I think they should have kind of like the ferryman's curse. I think this has been talked about before with other people, but that would just be super cool.
Yeah,
like if you walked around kind of like ghostly. Oh man, that would be really cool.
Yeah, and the mysterious stranger in the tavern, he has a curse too, where his eyes are like these glowing balls.
Yeah.
I would like that one. I would probably pay for that.
Or if they
not too much, like 149 for a curse would be, in my opinion. It's not gonna be that. If they're gonna do curses, it's gonna be at least 500 ancient coins or something.
Oh, of course,
shit like that.
Yeah,
but curses could be cool.
It would be cool. And like when they introduced the Wailing Barnacle set, at that point they didn't have curses or anything. They could have easily done like a barnacle curse, kind of like
Oh,
from Pirates of the
yeah,
Caribbean.
that we could.
Yeah,
That's a good one. Yeah, I want that. I'd
yeah, that
buy
could
that.
easily. And I think the direction of the game will, still explore mermaids. So that I think that's still a possibility that they can do.
Yep, that's the one I want to say too, like the mermaid curse.
Yeah,
I would like that. Like you're
that'd be
like
really cool.
slowly turning it. This concept art for that. There's already art for that. So make it happen. Make it happen,
Boom,
Red.
Louise, we're counting on
you. More options to customize your ship, perhaps like paintings.
Yeah, that would be cool. I like how they've done. There's one thing I didn't talk about in ship cosmetics. Back when they first, obviously ship cosmetics have been in the game for a long time. But the whole paintings, never painted like the decks or the mast or underneath. It was just only the outside. And I think I just wanted to comment that they've done a really great job of incorporating more of the color scheme and palette, onto the inside of the actual ship. And now seems
with the
to
later
be
figureheads, with the later ships and the
it's part of the ship cosmetic, not as before. Only a few, decorated the inside of the ships. Like the hunter, not the hunters, the megalodon one with the shark hull. What's it called? I can't even think.
Shark Hunter, I think.
The one we got during the megalodon.
So if it's not in my notes, I don't know it.
But that one, it's really cool because it's almost all black. It has the little shark teeth in the front, but then the rest of the deck is completely, the regular color of a normal ship, and the mast, and then now it just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Back in the day, we never noticed it.
Yeah, it would be cool if they went back to those ship cosmetics and make everything colored,
and retouch it. Yes, that would be awesome. Because I would rock that way more. But I don't, just because of that.
Yeah, that's why I like the Royal Squirrel ship too. Like the deck is this deep brown reddish, which is False Blood, of course, that's spilled on the deck. So I like that. Yeah, please.
Sure, it's blood,
but it's not something for the Pirate Emporium. It's just a general thing we would like. Add it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want paintings or something like that. Would be cool if it's like really cheap. I probably have a painting, painting of Captain Blubber or something like that. That would be cool, but it needs to be really, really cheap for me to buy that. Because how many times are you looking at paintings on your ship, like once or twice, and show it off, and that's about it. So, how do you feel about other stuff like a double XP potion, or a shrouded ghost lure potion?
No, I'd say no on all accounts. The XP, the game is okay. So it just feels so much easier to grind in this game than it was when it first came out. Obviously,
with the emissary system,
with that, and there's just more treasure everywhere. Like, I mean, you just get treasure from barrels floating. You get from megalodon kills, which megalodon wasn't even in the game in the beginning, and then Kraken kills and then the amount of treasure that's coming out of, forts and the random skeleton ships is just insane. Like how much. So when I started, so granted, I don't grind much in this game except Athena grind.
I know.
When I started this update, I had I had maybe 640,000 gold because I just don't grind a lot and I don't care too much about turning in stuff and having a bunch of gold. But from going from Athena 10 to 19, I'm now like 2.3 million. Or like not doing, I feel like I did nothing. I mean, granted, of course I turned in a bunch of stuff, but it just feels like, money and XP is just coming rapidly now. Yeah,
feels so too.
So
yeah, and I'm sitting with somebody's like as of recording, the emissary system is in place for almost 2 weeks now. And I'm sitting with people that are already maxed out again. Like
Electar
took almost half a year to max out in the beginning, and now you can do it in 2 weeks. So Yep, definitely changed. So people, if you're complaining, Pirate Legend dead, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you guys have it so much easier.
Yeah.
And then back in the old day.
Yeah. But like, to me, since it is so much easier, so I didn't race to Pirate Legend when I first started. I did race. Well, I played a lot of merchant missions. I just liked it because in the game you could sail around and do nothing, and a lot of people criticize that about the game, but I liked it. I did a lot of merchant missions because they were very relaxing. But anyways, once I got merchant to 50, I was like, all right, let me start the grind to get to Pirate Legend. And then once I got to Pirate Legend, I was like, all right, let me start the grind to get to Athena 10. And then when this new update came out, I was like, all right, I need to get to 20. And then so now that I'm almost 20, right when I hit 20, the rest of the other levels, I don't think I'm gonna care. Like, I'm just gonna let them come. I'm just gonna let them come as they come naturally. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna grind them. I just want to grind Athena. That's it.
Gotcha.
I'm almost there.
Yeah. I'm a bit different. Like, I'm definitely gonna want to max out everything, want to get all my accommodations, but I'm not in a rush at all. Like, I like working towards it. Gives me a goal to do.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna, spend, late night sessions grinding the shit out of it. Like, that's not fun for me.
Yeah.
I just go with the flow and like, just small goals, accommodations to complete. But I do want to complete them all.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I do want to complete them. And there's no way if I join a ship and like, hey, we're doing gold hoarder missions all night, I'm fine with doing that. But I'm not going to put, like, what I've done for Athena's, I'm not going to do for other factions. Gotcha. If that makes sense.
No, it does make sense. Yeah. And for people who are listening, they don't really know what UNIBALL is talking about. Like, there was an exploit with the Athena a week ago. They patched it since then. If you want to know what the exploit is, you should listen to my previous podcast, number 4. But basically, before the patch, you could grind to Athena quite heavily, but it was still a grind you needed to do.
It was still a grind, but it was so simple and so easy. But their fix, like, Grant, I haven't done an Athena run since their fix. So I don't know exactly how hard it is to get to level 5 emissary, and I don't know exactly how long that level 5 emissary quest is. But I think their approach was completely wrong. What they did, they shouldn't have made things longer. The simple solution is, as soon as you drop your flag, you lose your level 5 emissary quest. That's the simplest solution.
Yes, I feel the same about that.
This is boom, done.
They made it long. They spread the islands a bit further apart, and it takes a bit longer to get to grade 5. That's how they solved it. Yeah. And I think your solution is way better to do it. Yeah. So, anyways, let's get back on the topic. I like discussing. No, it's fine. I like discussing this sort of stuff, and we do have some time left, so we can certainly do it. But how about the Shrouded Ghost lure potion?
No. I think that should be a very obviously. I think that's I think that should be a very special event for a thing to happen to a player. So I don't think there should be anything to entice it or to, up your chances. So
and I for people who are listening, like the double XP potion, Star Ghost Lure potion, I just put it in my notes just to have a discussion. I don't feel like this game should implement that. Other games do this sort of stuff, and the microtransactions, like especially double XP stuff. It's bullshit. I think this is total bullshit. If companies do that, it's a disgrace, to be honest. So that's how I feel about that stuff like that. Like, no, like double XP weekends, sure, those are great, but buying XP, buying levels with real money, that's a really bad business mechanic. I feel like the only thing I would like in the Pirate Emporium, I don't know if it should be in the Pirate Emporium, but I want country flags. Like the Dutch flag, for example, or a Canadian flag. I think that would be cool. I don't know if it should be in the Pirate Emporium, but I want country flags. So, do you want them too?
That would be cool. I would.
USA,
yeah. I'm an American. Get out of my way. Yeah, so you might cause World War II. Oh my God, you're gonna cause like actual wars. So I mean, I like the idea, but prepare for the consequences.
Yeah, maybe it will. Maybe people will start saying certain slurs against certain people. Like
True.
if I kind of,
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I think that's the reason why they don't do it. Like if you see a German flag, like you're gonna get a lot of hate. Like of course ungrounded. Let's make that perfectly clear. Uh, but yeah, and a lot of people know what I'm thinking. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but
Yeah.
people that are listening know what I'm talking about, of course. So yeah, I think maybe it's not a good idea to do country flags.
I
I
think
mean, I would
it's
love
neat.
to
Yeah.
sail with it because I want to represent, you know.
Yeah, but you're playing in a video game where anonymity creates toxicity,
That's
and
true.
so you know it's you could easily have some real bad backlash
Yeah,
from
you see it with the
toxic
rainbow
players.
flag too. Like
Yeah,
I've been in cruise where people say, "Oh, it's a rainbow flag. Oh, we need to kill them now,"
yeah,
and with all the toxicity that comes with it, which of course is incredibly stupid.
yeah.
But you do have it. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe don't add country flags. Let me guys
Save the world,
that are listening
Cozy.
save the world.
Save the world.
Um, somebody listen. Let me know what you guys think on this topic. Country flags, yes or no? And also other stuff, because this is the last point I have for all the stuff we would want, unless you have something to add.
Oh, no. I think you've brought up some really good ones.
All right, so I would love to know the thoughts of the people that are listening. If you got stuff, especially if it's original, like something that's not in the Emporium yet, like of course we can talk about cosmetics we would want, but something entirely new. Please let me know if you got any thoughts about that. I would love to read your comments, and we might discuss those too in the next podcast if they're any good. All right, so let's head to the conclusion. How do we feel about the Emporium in general? Do we think Rare is being fair with their microtransactions, or if they are behaving like a bunch of greedy pirates? So, what are your feels about this?
I think overall, I like the Pirate Emporium. I utilize it a lot, and I think a lot of people are getting value out of it. So overall, I think it's great. I think maybe some price tweaking is needed on
Mm-hmm.
some stuff that might be too expensive. There's other stuff that I think we've both touched on that the price points seem fairly reasonable. But in overall experience, I do like the Pirate Emporium. I like the direction that they're going.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's added value to the game, even though it's
Yeah.
taken money out of my pockets, and I haven't eaten in 3 days.
Yeah, I don't feel cheated at all. Like I've spent some money, but I see it as a way to pay them for all the DLC, which is free.
Yep.
Every month we get DLC and it's free. So I don't feel cheated at all. Still, I feel it's overpriced for sure, especially the ship cosmetics. If they were cheaper, I would have had more ships. I would still have spent the same amount of money, but I've gotten more out of it. I think that's a better way to go. It would make the consumers more happy, and you'd still get the same amount of money in your pocket, Rare. So that's how I feel about it. I don't think it's manipulative at all. Just maybe the buying the bundles of coins, but that's about it. Like you get what you see is always fair. The price is always there. You know what the amount is you're gonna pay, and you get it. You get what you pay for, and nothing else. And that's great. Yeah.
Good job, Rare. You're doing good. I'm sure this was all Louise O'Connor's thinking.
Oh my god. Yeah, she has very little to do with Sea of Thieves, right?
I don't know. Sounds like she's president and CEO of Rare.
All right, cool. Oh shit! Now I'm thinking of her. All right. So yeah, we're quite happy with the Emporium. A bit overpriced, but very fair in general. And with that, we've come to the end of the podcast. So I would like to thank UNIBALL for being amazing. And can you tell our listeners where they can find you?
Hey, yeah. Again, my name is Uniball. You can find me at on YouTube at youtube.com/Uniball Gaming. So yeah, come check me out. Give me and Captain Blubber a like and a subscribe and a thumbs up. which equals a like.
All right, yeah, do it. Definitely check UNIBALL out. I myself can be found on this very channel you're listening to this podcast on. So please subscribe if you don't want to miss any future podcasts. And after that, go to UNIBALL and subscribe to his channel as well. So if you want to listen to us live, you should follow Captain Blubber on Mixer. That's Captain Blubber without space in between. You should be able to find me, and you should get a notification whenever we go live. And if you want, you can stay for Aftershow, but if not, that's fine too. So thanks again to my amazing guest, and I hope you, the listener, will have a great rest of your day. So stay safe, wash your hands, and take care. And if you want, you can say bye.
Oh, goodbye. Is that my ending? I don't know. Goodbye. Thank you. Good morning, good night, good day, sirs and madams. You know, I wasn't following you on Mixer.
Oh, you are now. Oh, lucky.
Yeah, boom.
I was like, oh yes, got a new follower in this.
Man, it's me. Disappointment reigns again. Yeah. Hello, welcome.
That's my life. That's my life. So we're well into the after show right now. Okay. Do you want to talk about any future content you've planned for your channel?
Yeah. So like I mentioned earlier, so I don't have any hardcore plans. You know, as you know, I like to do things a little bit differently with each one of my videos. The next video I'm thinking of, it's gonna be more like music video. I got a little inspiration from your crazy edit music video. So I don't know how it's gonna, and it's gonna be very cringe. I found this song. It's a pop song.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna get copyright for that. You know that, right?
No. It's from Epidemic Sound.
Okay.
So I'm good. But I don't know why. For some reason, this song just keeps popping in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I've been sailing a lot with Slim Shanty during this grind to Athena 10 or Athena 20. So I think I'm just going to incorporate a lot of the footage of him and I just sink. Like we never sunk. We sunk every single. I mean, there was one night where we sank. I don't know. It was like 4 galleons in a sloop, and it was just
and you're not even a good of player.
I know, it's crazy. But like the chain shot, man, that the thing's awesome. So okay, so future content. So I'm gonna make that video. I played with Liquorless this past weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and we had so that was his first time streaming Sea of Thieves.
Oh, right.
So yeah, he streamed it live on Twitch both those days. Nice. But anyways,
was he fun to sell with?
Yeah.
Maybe I should shoot him a message.
Yeah. No, Liquorless is
maybe
awesome.
I should invite him for the podcast too.
Yeah, you can, man. He's such a great player. Like he's so good.
All right.
Like wait,
maybe I should do that.
Compared to me and people, like I'm bad. He's good.
How do you contact him? Through his YouTube email or?
So he contacted me. He commented on my last of my Machinima videos, and then through Xbox when we first, and then we just been using Discord since.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, be fun.
So as far as future content, I know on Saturday and Sunday, each Saturday was maybe 3 hours, Sunday was 4 hours. We had crazy servers, like just it was just popping off. So Saturday was a ton of content, and Sunday was even more content. So I need to get with him and see how he would want to, because I know for sure he wants to make a video probably from Sunday's content. I don't know if he's going to use Saturdays, but I don't want to make a video of the same you know what I mean? And like not in the sense of competing with him, but I don't know, because basically we'd be showing the same story if we made videos on the same content. I'm sure we'd both put our different twist on it. But
I want to say, like, you guys are both quite different.
Yeah, so I don't know how what his feelings are. I would have to talk to him about that. Like, you know, I would tell him like, hey man, like I would really want to make something out of this. How do you feel about that? So I haven't had that conversation with him. You know, so, but yeah, I would like to make a video from one of those 2 days. Which I think would be really cool. Just like a high intensity with good music, you know, cue the funny parts. Just like a really good one.
Yeah. I mean, your latest video was quite funny. Like, how did you call that crew again?
The fart face gang.
The fart face crew.
Yeah.
Well, I cracked up when I heard that. It was so funny.
I don't know why. I don't know why I came up with it. It was just random.
It was so juvenile. I liked it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, and you are older than me, and it's such a juvenile thing to say. I think that's what makes it funny. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I have the mind of a 2-year-old, so it helps.
Yeah, but you got the skills of an adult and the mind of a young person.
That's right.
That's gold for YouTube.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, so that's my future. So that video, my last one that I did was kind of, I was dabbling in to incorporating like cinematic shots with the story.
Yep. Which I would never do. That's so much work, and you've done it. And I thought, oh my god, he went out of his way again.
Yeah.
For these crazy edits, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Like it's something to admire. Like that's why I like your content. But it's nothing. I wouldn't do that at all. It's too much work. Like I put a lot of work in my videos, especially my update reviews. Those are big projects. My update reviews. But if every video would be like yours, that would be a bit too much for me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's yeah, it is. It is a little bit. I mean, of course, it's not. It's a lot of bit of extra work because I'm taking into consideration the locations and the game time.
Yep.
You know, I'm trying to match the time of the day with the locations, and then just refilming different angles. I did a little bit of it for my little music video I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do it as much in this past video, or in my last video, as I will in this newer video. But there is a scene where Slim Shanty and I take out this galleon, and I'm going to recreate a little bit of that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if you need a cameraman or something like that, just hook me up, right?
Yeah, we'll do, man.
If we happen to be in at the same time online,
yeah.
I mean that's another thing. But I've seen you playing like when I'm on lately. So
yeah, I was playing. Cool. Yeah, I played a lot with Slim Shanty, like I said, grinding, and then this past weekend I played with Liquorless.
Nice.
So yeah, but I don't think I've picked it up since Sunday. Oh no, I did play yesterday because I was filming some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anytime, hit me up. I'll
we'll do.
All right. So since your time is almost up, I'm gonna ask you one more question, and it's how do you feel about the past update? Because we haven't really talked about that.
Oh yeah, that's true. I love it a lot. I think it's kind of, it feels like it's brought me back into the game. There's a point where I wasn't playing as much, and all I was doing is focusing on filming like just purely YouTube content, not even playing the game. And I think it's brought me back, and I've enjoyed it. The chain shot, I think, needs some looking at. I think there's some hit reg issues, as you from my last video.
That's true.
I've been noticing it a lot lately too.
That's true. Me too. I thought it was just bad, but that can't be. I'm fucking god on this game.
Yeah.
So,
boom. Yeah.
But yeah, some of them kind of hit, and the moss wasn't falling over, and that really screwed my timing with naval combat a few times.
Yeah,
where I was expecting it to go down, and I was angling my ship for the next attack run, and then didn't go down, and shit, like it didn't work out, and it ended in a chase again, and like this doesn't feel right. So
I think something. I mean, there are some. I went up against some good players recently, and I started doing this. If I know I'm getting like going into the broadside of a galleon or something, and I have a 2-man sloop, I'll have one of us on the sail, anticipating a chain shot. to have it already grabbed so it doesn't come down. So I'm wondering if maybe some of these are better players who are already grabbing it, so you never see it go down.
Oh no! Once I got on their ship, I can tell you they weren't that great.
But overall, the new, I really enjoy it. I think it is bringing more player interactions, which I think is good. Of course, some of the more novice players may not like that part where they get beat up on, but overall, I think it's breathed life back into the game. So I've enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, me too. I'm so happy with the Rebus faction.
Yeah,
like that's quite probably my favorite addition from the last update. And again, the emissary systems are quite nice too. Like Merchant is a bit of a grind, if I'm being honest. Like it's not that bad as you would think. Like you still can get to grade 5 quite easily. But to get all the accommodations, it's another grind, and it's not the most fun grind, if I'm being honest, because you need to turn in like an X amount of merchant stuff when you're grade 5. And that's just a bit rarer compared to chests and skulls and trinkets. You don't really have merchant trinkets, so it takes a bit longer to get the accommodation, which is fine. It's not a goal, but compared to the other emissary systems, this is my least favorite to do.
Yeah, I will. I think I'll go back to doing merchants before I do the other ones, because I still want to get turn in a ton of cargo. It's like 200 cargo, whatever. For
you see, I've done that.
See, I haven't done that, so that gives me an incentive to actually do it.
Yeah, that's a big difference. If I still needed those accommodations, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't really you have multiple goals, right, to do it. Plus, you get some Athena rep too, like a little bit. which I'm not going to
nice
need reward
shortly.
Yeah, 9.5, right?
Yeah, just right before 9.5. Yeah. So I think maybe a couple, maybe 2 or 3 Devil's Roar runs will get me there. All
right, cool. And again, if you want some help with that,
we'll do.
Shoot me a message.
Absolutely.
All right. I think with this, I'm gonna kind of wrap it off now. Okay. With this, you're running out of time. I would love to talk for hours and hours and hours, but sadly, we have jobs to do. Believe it or not, YouTube is not our job. So, still, everybody who's listening to the after show, thank you for listening to the after show. Always much appreciated. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and take care. And I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.